Welcome back everyone. Today I have another video and today we're playing Flamingo, and this is a leader that I'm excited to play again on this set. It's always been one of my favorite leaders because of how it works. It just has a really grindy leader that you can just do a lot with, and definitely this is not an exception here. We do get a new cards that just really help the deck with a lot of aspects, and I think the best thing that we got, there's multiple things, but of course Jinbei is just an insane card that we got on this set. Being able to play Boas, Weebles, play Morias. There's so many good targets that you can play with this guy early on, that you get to aggress the opponent really early. Or you can play around removal by playing multiple bodies. It's just really good, a really good card overall. And definitely the reason why this deck is gonna make a comeback is actually pretty competitive for that reason. Also, another card that really works with the leader is Boa, because it's another body that you can stifle something for one turn, and usually you have a lot of bodies, so stifling something for one turn is just good enough to just like them not being able to attack your cards and then put you in a good enough position. But I also play Red Rock. I think is very important for this deck, as the cards that are gonna beat you most of the time are going to be big bodies that you cannot remove, something like 8-drop Kid or 10-drop any kind of 10-drop, honestly, that just have an unplay ability that just too much for you to handle. I think that's why I prioritize Red Rock over Gravity Blade. Not even a split, I just think this card is just much needed on this deck, because you have already like a bunch of creatures that you can attack and let them replace themselves, but you need something that can deal with like something big. So this card allows you to deal with something big and at the same time play a dude on that turn. So that's just very important, and that's why I prioritize this card over any other card in this deck, any other removal. And then Gravity Blade is just good against black decks more than anything, at the end of the game, just to remove blockers, just to remove something, so you can attack with everything and just go for a game. That's why I just play it as a 2-off. And yeah, I mean, the deck is really constrained in space, because there's a lot of really decent warlords that you can play, so you do have to make some cuts, have to make some decisions there. Like you can only play like 2 Putins, even though this card is insane in this deck, but sometimes you have to make some concessions, so because you also want to play like the stackers, and I'm only playing 8 of them in total, but like you kind of want to see that this deck is one deck with Perona on turn 1 and something different with Perona, not Perona on turn 1. So you want to try to mulligan for this card the most that you can, but even if you don't get there, the deck can still function very well, because you do still have more targets now than before in terms of warlords. So now you can try to hit blindly, and might still be able to hit, because you have a lot of 2Ks, you have a lot of Gecko Morias, a lot of cards that you can hit blindly and just be able to profit because of that. So it is not as terrible as before, but you can still miss out of this card and feel really bad about it. So with that being said, still the deck is really good, it's really fun, and let's go see some gameplay. And a huge thanks to Card Market for sponsoring this video. Okay, we're gonna play against Rob Lushi. We're going first. Definitely wanna be going first. I kind of also, well, if I'm going first, I want to see Perona, of course. Going second is also fine if you have Jinbei into like Edward or something like that, into like a stalker into attacking. That could also be fine, going second. We'll see. They do have the best second play that they can do, which is stage. So it's gonna be definitely an interesting matchup here. It does -2, but it says even if it does -2, it's a difficult card to remove on turn 2. Honestly, if anything, I would just attack with everything into it. Yeah, that's what my opponent is gonna do. Very well, my opponent done. I do get to combo out of that one and save it, which is really great. I'm gonna attack for 7 first, because if he takes this one, I'm gonna Perona him. If he does not take this one, I'll play the top card of my deck. So it depends on what he does here. He doesn't take it, so I'm just gonna force the card here with the Flamingo. Then I'm just gonna play the top card of my deck, because there's no reason not to. Now my opponent could remove both, I think. Not unlikely. I do want to do Perona before his 8-drop turn, because we might be able to snipe a Gecko Moria or a Sabo if that's the card that they kept. Mind you, we can still also like give them those cards too, but I'd rather just try to snipe them. I will be playing attacking with the Flamingo first. Attacking for 8. If he takes it, then I'm gonna do the Piranha. And I probably should have attacked with the Mihawk, but I mean, these 2 cards are gonna be difficult to remove. So we'll see. Now we are 5 life, so that's like the best case scenario, and we'll see what happens here. We could have given them an 8-drop, who knows, but that's the line that I went with. That was really good. The first live Red Rock, really good. And he got a Gecko Moria here, and he does get to play Rob Lucy and Zuru. So kind of regret not attacking with no, but he would have attacked my guy. I wouldn't have done the Red Rock, and that would have been really bad for us. This was actually really nice for us. We got the 2k counter, and we got an attack for 7, which is great. And we got, yeah, this was absolutely amazing. Now he might be able to remove it, and whatever the case might be, but I'll stick with this one, I guess. Now it's gonna be hard to finish this game because depending on how many like 2 attacks he has, and this Rebecca is definitely a problem. Okay, well, kind of need to play Wibble first. Okay. This is not bad. We have a double play. We can play 3 cards. This is not bad. This I can work with this. Definitely can work with this. Only has 2 cards in hand. Unlikely that he's gonna be able to remove everything, but who knows? Maybe he is. And then play another one, and let's see where he stands. Like, if he can remove all 4 of my cards, then like, I mean, what am I supposed to do, right? He also let the Brook die, which is good for me, I guess. Yeah, that one dies. Not much that I can do about that one. Attack me for 7. I have to take that one. And then what happens here? He does a -2. Attacks for 5. And I will combo a 5 here. He's gonna be able to remove both. Oh. Well, things are getting complicated for sure. He does have a blocker too, so not the greatest pot to be on. I do get to play a card for free here. Let's see if he blocks. He doesn't. Interesting. All right, well, I mean, maybe we should have attacked for 8, I guess, but he didn't block, so it doesn't matter. He has a Tempest Kick. If he's able to remove both again, it's gonna get really difficult at the moment, but we'll see what happens. Attacks for 6. I do have to combat this one, I think, because that means he doesn't have the removal for that one, right? He does have a double removal too here, huh? That's not good. But and he still has a Rebecca here. Rob Lucy. And then attack for 10 into this guy. Okay, so top of the deck. I definitely need the Gravity Blade for next turn. And then what else do I do? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna play a Jinbe, and then we're gonna hope that that's enough, I think. Let's play a Jinbe. He lets it die. That's great. And then we have, if he is able to remove another 2, then I'm cooked. No, he needs to remove 3 guys. Well, I guess he can attack the Gecko Moria, so that's not really one. So As long as he can remove like one of these ones, should be fine. I will have to take a damage here probably. Okay, so I have 3 attackers. 1 card in hand. I will take this damage because I need some triggers here. Okay, no, we didn't get any triggers. He has the Borsellino, but we do have the Gravity Blade. So it's all about see if I can, if he doesn't draw like a 2k counter. I think that's the best that I can do. Really close, but I mean, all right, he took that one. He took that one, and for 6. Oh, he only had a Rebecca. Wow, that was a game and a half. Let me tell you. Very, very close. He had so much removal. It's insane. And yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a difficult matchup for sure. Now the addition of Sabo. Sabo is really like the card that you cannot really beat that easily, of course. All right. All right, so we're gonna play against Bonnie. I think this matchup is going to be difficult, but also if we have enough answers for like the 8 drop and the 6, I mean the big guys, I think we should be fine. But I don't think it's gonna be the easiest matchup by any means. But we'll see what happens. Definitely we're gonna have a strong early game, like always, but I mean he does get to stifle or 4 drops very easily, and if they have removal early on, then it's really good for them, of course. But we'll see what happens. Attacks for 6, definitely going to defend that one. He has 3 energy left, which is just a blocker. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Play the Jinbe, which plays another dude. And this is looking good at the moment. He probably attacks the Jinbe for like 6 or 8. Attacks him for 5. Let it die because I don't know, just comboing out of that one doesn't feel great. Probably the next card that is coming down is the 7 drop. Or like a Cavendish. Oh wow, I was actually not expecting the Drake. A lot of people don't play the Drake, so interesting that he is. That red rock is absolutely majestic here. So I think playing the Gecko Moria in the end here would be better. Or I get it right now to get a 2k counter could also be really good. Yeah, I guess both are good options. He probably just has to take that one. Not the greatest because I do have to remove this extra by battle, but ooh, should just concentrate on taking 2Ks out of my hand. Probably the best option to go approach this matchup, honestly. But we'll see what happens here. An 8 drop would be good on this at this moment. Would actually be good. I mean, it doesn't get to attach an energy, but I don't see why you wouldn't play the 8 drop here. And you slam big guys every turn. But a Hawkins is also good, of course. Tapping my guys is relevant. Hawkins I don't care honestly about. He taps my Gecko. Okay. That means I can attack with the Boa Hancock, which is even better actually for me. Yeah, I will attack for 9. What? Well, that's pretty good for me at the moment. He has few cards in hand now. Definitely gonna combo out of this one. Oh, he plays the 10 drop Flamingo. This would be really good in regular circumstances, but because he's so far behind on board, it actually is not. And I'm gonna play the blocker because I assume I'm gonna be losing my Gecko Moria here. this is good enough if we're not gonna have like if he plays another 10 drop, then I have an answer for it, a list. And I'm probably just gonna block with the one of the blockers here. Yeah, definitely gonna block here, right? Because I'm gonna play one of the guys next turn, so yeah, this is fine. It looks like he's going to play at 10 drop here, but okay, no, he's gonna play Cavendish. That will allow me to block next turn, or attack, I mean. Okay, so here's a bunch of blockers. But this allows me to attack for big number. Oh, for 7, honestly. Just take the bare minimum here. He's gonna tap my guys anyway. He taps the 7, which is fine. Now I get to draw more cards. I guess he's counting on me messing up the order at the top of the deck by attacking with the boa. But I don't mind. I want to draw cards. It is very important here to be able to keep up. Alright, I mean, see, he has sacrificed everything for that guy, so he only has 3 cards in hand. That would be good enough, I think. Okay, Hody Jones is actually pretty decent here. Taps my guy, attacks all my board probably. Why didn't he attach Dawn to this? Is he gonna play something for 5? I mean, I'm just gonna let one thing die and then we'll decide from there, of course. Maybe he's gonna play an X-Drake, maybe? No, but he wants to keep up 1 Dawn, right? Why didn't he kill the boa? Ah, okay. So he doesn't have the tap here. So I get to draw for free. I do not know the top of my deck, so... I mean, I knew that one, the one I just drew. So maybe I should have done it the other way, but I guess it's fine. I just want to kill his board. And then from there, it should be easy. I would have been able to lock his 9-drop if he does play that one. I attack with everything, and then oh, what I would have done honestly is attack with the Gecko Moria at his life. After this attack, I would just attack with the Gecko Moria at his life. If he combos the Cavendish, then I attack his 8-drop and 9-drop. But yeah, I mean, I did wanna. Oh no, I attack his 7-drop for like 9, and then play the boa. That would have been my play, honestly. And then we'll go from there. Because that one would have been able to block. And then, yeah, the 7-drop would have died. And he would only have the Bonnie and both Bonnie's attacks. And he plays the 9-drop. And I think I can just go for game next turn after that. Okay, I'm going to play against Law here. I think... I should have mulliganed more aggressively for Jinbe. I think that's the card that is the most important in this matchup. I mean, the hand is serviceable here. I mean, I just don't want everything to get removed here. I could keep combo the Perona, honestly, but let's combo just in case we draw one of the guys so we can draw. Okay. In case we draw like a Gecko Moria. I didn't attack because I'm going second, and I feel like going second if I attack him, I just give him too much value. So yeah, I'm just not gonna attack here. Take the first damage. That's a good trigger, but is it better to wait? Because that card is very good in this matchup for sure. I'll wait. I guess I'll play the... I'm gonna attack here. I didn't attack the first turn, but I feel like attacking here right now would be good. Just give him 1 life. I don't want to give him 2, I guess. Okay, he goes for queen. And then let's see what happens. Okay. All right, so double that guy into play something here. Not the greatest for me, but I mean, what else are you gonna do here? I could use the 7 cost, but I think playing the gecko would be fine. The best case scenario would be to play something out of the top. I mean, play like a... it's just difficult. Oh, he blocks that one, eh? There's an argument for me to attack that one for with Boa, but then he removes my guy and then I don't do anything, so I guess this is fine, because if he removes every card on my board, that would be really bad for me. And he ends up just removing that one, and I assume he's gonna attack with everything this turn. If I were him, I would have taken the last damage. He just lost like card advantage there. He attacks with everything too. Attacks me for 6. But now I finally get to attack for 7. Play something. That doesn't matter. Attack for 5. And then remove 2 guys. Doesn't really matter here, only the queen matters. And then, okay, he plays the blocker. He still has more removal, which is not great for me. And he has the rusher, so yeah, I mean, he has a really perfect hand here. Not much that I can do with that. Should block here. I choose not to block, but I just don't have an answer here for this. Yeah, there's just no way that I can survive here. He's just gonna block out of this one. And I think he has enough attackers here. Yeah, I needed some triggers out of life here to survive here. And he had another rusher. Yeah, no, that's just the perfect hand. Nothing that you can do about that. Okay, and we have another match versus Lucy. We're going first. Again, that's important to have Perona going first in this matchup. And yeah, this is fine. We can play... Wait, hold on. Draw. Play Jinbei into Weeble. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna draw 2 cards, and then yeah, that's good. Although I could have put another 2K counter on top of my deck, I think. No. I couldn't have. Never mind. That should be enough though. Depending on if my opponent is going to attack it with everything and try to KO my Weeble, that'll be fine. But he doesn't have a field spell, so definitely a much more difficult matchup for my opponent. Since he didn't hit that one in the first few turns. Definitely makes a really difficult match for my opponent. He can attack with everything and develop something else, but either way is fine for me. He is going to attack with everything. I think I do need to save it though. And it's fine because I also have a Gecko Moria that can buy back Connor from my grave. So this is just fine. I have a Weeble that is coming up, which I should play here this turn, honestly. Yeah, just recoup some of my hand size and just keep throwing bodies at my opponent. He's either gonna go to 2 or he's just gonna combo to this one, which is fine too. And it's difficult to out combo like this much pressure, and even remove all this pressure is kind of difficult. He can do like, no, without the field spell, it's gonna be really difficult to get rid of both Weebles. So immediately he's going down to like 1 next turn probably, if I do the things correctly. So not the greatest spot to be on for my opponent. Brook is cool, I guess. But he dies to swords, so it's not the best card to have here. But you know what is the best card to have here is Jinbe into the blocker, have a Weevil on top, and then we can set up draws and... Oh, wait. I actually set that up incorrectly, but it's fine. Because I don't think I was gonna play. I'm probably gonna play Gravity Blade next turn. So having them, actually the Mihawk could have been like the last card that I put in the deck, because I'm not gonna use the leader ability next turn. I could also just play Pudding next turn. There's a lot of options that I have. My opponent doesn't want to take the life here. I understand, but I mean, I have a really scary board at the moment. Unless you can do a Gecko Moria to remove 2 guys, it's gonna be a hard one for sure. Now he can remove 2 guys and do a Gecko Moria into what I just said, but it's still gonna be a difficult matchup for my opponent. Especially because I'm gonna do Gravity Blade next turn, most likely. Remove his Brook and something else. And if he doesn't play Gecko Moria, then... Oof. I mean, if he doesn't play an 8-drop this turn, it's gonna be bad. Bad for my opponent. And even if he does play an 8-drop, we do have some answers for that. But he's not. So we get to block for free. Which is definitely not what my opponent wants to see. And I don't think I need to do Pudding anymore, since he doesn't seem to have an 8-drop on hand. So we don't really care. And he attacks the card that he wants to remove. Oh, never mind. I think he was trying to do a switcheroo. He was trying to let me, like, if I take that one, he was gonna play Rob Lucy anyway. I thought he was gonna play the other one, the one that KOs the this guy. We can kill this too. I get to do Gravity Blade and attack him. So this turn is definitely not good for my opponent. And you know what? I'm just gonna eat at the 2Ks that he's got in hand, because I don't even think he has that many. He's used a lot of counter here. So I'm just gonna attack 666 and see if my opponent can combo out of that. Yeah, he combos 2 cards, which is great. And then yeah, we just Gravity Blade. He has no board and still on the need of a 8-drop or bust. And even then, it's gonna be difficult, let me tell you. Now he does have, he can easily remove 2 guys. That's not like that big of an issue for this deck to have. But I mean, he's at 1 life. I'm still at 5, and I can just do a lot of plays that can just get me there. And he doesn't have that many cards in hand either. So I do see myself winning this matchup. I mean, there's things that they can still do, but blockers are now something that I'm scared of. Oh wait, that card is though. Card is way too good, but he didn't do any cost reduction, so this doesn't really do much. Oh, he's just gonna play the Spatnum, which didn't get him any cards. That's not good for him. I could have used the leader ability, but I don't think I needed to. I think for 5, see if he blocks, because that way I can attack it. Okay, I'm just gonna play a lot of creatures here, right? I'm gonna do Jinbe into these 2. Let him go. I don't think he's gonna attack, because what I want to do is prevent, if I play Boa, then I just lose to an 8-drop. If he has an 8-drop and he can clear my board, then that would be really bad for me. But if I play 3 dudes this turn, even if he removes 2 by an effect like Sabo, I will be able to just leverage the amount of attacks that I have. So I think this is a better play overall. And that is gonna, I don't think he's gonna attack with the Sabo, because he needs to be mindful of maybe dying if I have 2 attacks. So it's unlikely that he's gonna be able to remove my whole board. And that's what I'm trying to count on. Now next turn, even if he does play an A-drop, I will be able to stifle the A-drop for one more turn. Yeah, so he's gonna be able to play the A-drop, but I should be able to stifle that card for one more turn, and then it should be fine for me. Now, however, he's gonna be able to bring Rebecca and remove 2 guys with that one, and then attack for 6 with the leader, and then maybe that's it. He does this too. Then plays Brook instead. Yeah, that's not good enough. Attacks for 6 into my guy. Honestly, I should have countered the Piranha with the Piranha, but he didn't attack with the Sawa, which is what I was suspecting, honestly. Attack for 6, because then I can just stifle this thing and it should be okay. I can just take the last 2 cards from my opponent's hand. Although now I just have game on board. Oh well, he has 2 blockers, never mind. Oh well, he had to block with that one, so he has no counter in hand now. There were too many ways to actually just go for game there. He just had no combo power, so definitely it was just a matter of being a little bit patient there on that one. Okay, and Luffy, I mean, this should be an easy matchup. It's like playing against Whitebeard, honestly. Like, they are 6k leaders, but we get to apply pressure, develop a board, and do everything that they don't want us to do. So I don't think this is going to be a bad matchup for us, honestly. And not only that, we're going to be able to develop 2 dudes here. I mean, it's just crazy how much pressure we're going to just do in the few turns that my opponent has not even play a card. Here, he has to attack Ojimbe or get pressure by it, so that's fine if he does attack it. And he attacks it for 7. It was like a 2k corner as well, so it was just great here. And he is going to attack it for 7, so that's fine. He has a Bone Clay, which is not bad, but it doesn't really matter. We have another Weeble too. Oh, no, we have this guy. But that one can play another Weeble next turn and then attack for 7, for 8. And then he's already at 1 life. Really bad for my opponent. Hasn't even played the first card. We also have an answer for the Bone Clay or 1-drop. Attacks the 6-drop. Probably should have attacked the 5, honestly. Attack that one. Copy the... I think he copied the wrong one. He would have copied the other one better, but... And I'm gonna defend it because in case he wants to defend the Bone Clay with if I attack with Piranha, I have another one to attack there. Yeah, I mean, all of this is good. I want the Red Rock. I want all of this. Would be fine. I want to play all of this next turn. So yeah, this is just good. Deploy this one. Get a 2k counter to my hand. Then attack for 1, and then attack for 1 again. Yeah, my opponent isn't... Oh, he has no counter in hand. Yeah, from here, it just whatever he plays is not gonna be good enough to survive or do anything, honestly. He has no counter in hand, so yeah, definitely not what he wants to be seeing here. Okay, we're gonna go against Whitebeard. I haven't seen this deck in a while, but I mean, this deck is probably his worst matchup would be Flamingo now. Not only because we have more 6Ks now, but there's Piranha is always a card. Not Piranha. Pudding is always a card that you can play against Whitebeard and you wreck them. But just the pressure alone that this deck can exhume is just insane. Cards like Red Rock, cards like this one, the swords, I mean the Gravity Blade, are extremely good against this leader. So definitely not in a good spot for my opponent if I were to assume anything here. He attacks for 6 only, so we get to combo something. He plays a Marco, which whatever. And again, I attack for 8. And if he combos out of that one, I attack for 8 again. If he doesn't, then I don't need to attack, honestly. So that's fine. I will combo, I guess. Because he has to play a blocker, right? Yeah, I just combo out of that one too. Oh. Never mind, he's gonna play a Machino. I do want to blocker here. Blocker that rearranges the top of my deck. That would be good. Okay, interesting. We do get to remove both Marcos here and attack for 666. And I do have to remove one of the Machinos and then keep attacking the leader. Now, mind you, he could play like an ace or something like that, but he didn't. So now we get to keep pressuring here. He plays white here, but we do have a red rock here to answer this. And then look at the top and rearrange this however we like. Now, because we have 2 Weebles, even if he does play another white beer, I mean, at least we get to draw a lot of cards here. But I do kind of want to play another red rock so we can... I mean, I kind of want to find another red rock so we can deal with this. But now this is just like the perfect hand. I can attack for 8, play Weeble. He has to give me 2 cards, okay, whatever. Attack for 8. Give me another one. Then I can attack for 5 if I want to, because he's just giving me 1 card, and I can play another Gecko Moria. So now I have full of attackers here. Yeah, he gets to KO 2 of them, but this is a really bad spot for my opponent. And if I set this up correctly, the next card on top of my deck is a Weeble. So I get to just keep drawing. Put another 6k on board. Keep attacking here. I'll attack for 5 now. And then I get to play Jinbe and into a Gecko Moria to buy back some counter. And then what is my opponent gonna do? Even if he does deal with like the board, the Weebles and the Gecko Morias, it's gonna be really difficult for him to win. I think he's trying to attack for game with everything, but difficult, honestly. Yeah, has a Radical Beam and cards that he cannot combo with, so that was gonna be enough. All right, and for the final thoughts on this deck, definitely a meta contending deck, I think. I don't think there's a deck that can just easily beat this deck or that has an overwhelming advantage. I think it's gonna have some trouble versus some decks, like black decks and maybe even green decks with the 8-drop kit. Could give you a little bit of trouble, but you do have the tools to outgrind, to just keep going and remove enough to just be able to tempo them out, or just do enough to just control the game outright. Really good deck, really good strategy, and it just got much better. So I'm definitely gonna give it a 5-star leader and a strategy for this format at least. We'll see later on how it goes, but definitely a leader that I'm interested in playing or just seeing overall. With that being said, thank you all for watching and have a good one.